Heyo, Jojo here, and welcome back to another episode of Cemetery Mary. Last time we left off where we needed to make a decision on who exactly to call after some weirdo was in our family's restaurant. So, oh god, it suddenly got loud for me. I was not expecting that. I kind of want to call the mystery number, but then again, I don't know if they'll answer. Could it have been the killer? It's between. I don't really want to call Crovin because he might call me crazy anyway. Definitely not calling Reginald. Um, Twyla or mystery number. I'm gonna go with mystery number for this one and see where it goes from there. Unthinkingly, I called the unknown number. The phone rang a few times, but no one picked up. Shortly after, I received a text from them. "Why did you call me?" I texted them back. "Was that you? Were you just in my diner?" "What? What are you talking about?" "There was someone here. I thought it was you." "You're telling me it isn't?" "I was not there. Nor do I know who it was." Okay, sorry. I really need to call someone else then. Good luck." Oh, it doesn't matter then. Well, at least we know it wasn't them. My second choice would have been Twyla, so let's go with her. I hurriedly called Twyla. It could have been the Blackwood Butcher that was in here. And if I don't want to go to the cops, she's the next best thing, right? I mean, if anyone could tell it was the butcher, she'd probably be able to. I hope. Come on, Twyla, pick up already. Twyla speaking. Twyla, I need you to get over here, quick. What? Why? Where even are you? The diner, by the cemetery. You have to come quick. I think the butcher was here. What? Are you serious? Don't move and don't touch anything. I'm coming right now. I know our brother said not to trust them, but, I don't know. I feel like he's just salty to be salty. But maybe there is an actual reason. Guess we'll find out. It felt like I waited forever for Twyla to arrive. I stood in the diner alone, just standing there, waiting, possibly shaking. I don't remember it that well, but I didn't move from the spot I stood in. She did tell me not to touch anything after all. When she arrived, she didn't even give me a chance to say hi. She immediately started talking and came in holding some weird box. I told her that whoever it was probably gone by now. She said we were still going to look for clues. Ah, my brain doing weird things again. I complied, doing whatever she asked of me. We searched the building together, and I made sure I was always in the same room as Twyla, just in case. Unfortunately, we couldn't find anything that would point us to who it might have been. There was no stray hairs or torn fabrics. Twyla even dusted her fingers, but we could only find hers and my own. It was almost as if no one was here at all. But when we investigated my room, I noticed one of my plushies disappeared. Oh. It was one of my favorites, and I always kept it on the right shelf next to my bed, so it couldn't have gotten lost so easily. Did they take it? That thought put my stomach in knots. To think they must have been here while I was dozing off in the other room. Oh God. I don't I ugh, that's awful. After searching for what felt like an eternity, we just gave up. There was nothing more we could do here. I felt bad calling for Twyla's help just to wind up with nothing. I don't think there's anywhere else we can look. Yeah, I know I'm sorry. I dragged you all the way here. I thought at the very least this could help in your investigation, but there's nothing really here. It's fine, it's not a total loss. Can you at least remember anything about the suspect? I. No. I didn't really get a good look at them. Could have been anyone. Hmm. Well, whatever. Whether they were the butcher or not, someone has a special interest in this place, and it's definitely worth looking into. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping an eye on this place. Maybe we can catch them next time they come back. How do you plan to do that? Don't worry about it. I have my ways. But you probably shouldn't come back. It might mess up the investigation. Oh, alright. That's probably smart. Anyways, thanks for, helping me, Twyla. Yeah, whatever. Just don't come back here and mess anything up, okay? Twyla's a little mean. After a little while longer, Twyla left, leaving me standing there alone once again. I stepped outside as she drove off, and locked the front doors behind me, wondering if that would be enough to stop whoever broke in from doing it again. I stayed in crowded areas for the rest of the day, hoping that being around so many people would provide some sense of safety. The only time I was alone again that day was when I went back home that night. But I'm never truly alone then either, am I? Hello again. Good evening. Was that you in my diner today? He already told us the answer was no. I can't tell if there's some things changing about the dolls or not. I don't remember if that angel's eyes were both open and one closed or what. But dolls creep me out anyway, so I guess. Ugh, that's the point. I already told you it wasn't. Do you not believe me? Do you really blame me for not trusting you? What do you want from me? Nothing. I just need to be. Oh, I just need you to be you. I was thinking that said I need to be by your side or some stuff like that. And to stay out of trouble. I'm not really sure what else to say. That's okay. I prefer when you don't ask questions. Of course you do. Why's that? You know what they say. Curiosity kills the cat. Satisfaction brings them back. Good night, Mary. That's such an ominous thing to say. So much for getting a good night's sleep. Mary, are you still sleeping? Mary? No, I don't want to get up yet. Let me sleep. I had a long night last night. A long night? You went to bed at 8:30. I didn't sleep well. Well, your mother's making pancakes if you want any. Do they have chocolate chips? Of course, it's Sunday. Okay, I'll be down soon. I quickly got out of bed and got dressed, yawning as I descended the stairs. Even from the top of the stairs, I could already smell the chocolate. If you don't hurry, I'm gonna eat all of them. Dad! Oh, you know, I'm just teasing you. Besides, your mom would kill me if I did. I got downstairs and sat at the counter beside my dad. Oh, we actually see the dad this time. There was a plate waiting for me, and my mother was behind the counter drinking her morning coffee as usual. Thank you for breakfast, Mom. Of course, dear. So, do you have any plans today? No, not really. Oh, is Crovin busy today? I don't know, probably. Well, we can always do something if you want. We can? Of course we can. Didn't you want to see that new movie? The horror one with the janitor. Why don't we go tonight? Are you sure? Aren't you busy? You know, I'm never too busy for my little girl. Sounds really fun, but what about Mom? Are you really worrying about me? I'll be fine, sweetheart. Go out with your father. We can even call Crow and see if he wants to come too. I've been really looking forward to this movie. I'm so excited now. The morning's been quite the pleasant surprise, but something feels off. You, my friend, are dreaming. Probably. Like I'm forgetting something. No, something is weird here. But what? No, that's not it. It's Sunday. We don't open until past noon on Sundays because Mom likes us all to have a nice breakfast together. It's still morning, so... Oh. Coffee? She doesn't drink coffee. I don't know if her mom drinks coffee, actually. I really hate coffee, but Mom's always loved hers black. It's no different today. It still seems like it seems to be steaming, but that's never stopped Mom before. I guess there's no really wrong answer here. Dad's fine. He's as chipper as ever as he brushed his hair this morning, too. Good old Dad. Mom? Mom's fine. Mom's always... Wait. Mom. Mom can't talk. Mom is mute. Oh. Mom's never been able to talk her whole life. I had to learn sign language as a kid to communicate with her. She's never... Whose voice even was that? That was talking to me. My mom doesn't have a voice. What's going on? Mary, you okay, hon? You look like you've seen a ghost. I'm fine. Are you sure, dear? I can make you some tea to help you calm down if you're feeling anxious. No, I'm okay. I think I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. What happened? I hopped out my seat and rushed my way over to the ground floor bathroom. That wasn't my mom. Was that even my dad? I was hoping that once in the bathroom I could rinse my face off and make sense of things, but who are you? Mom? Mom, what are you doing here? Weren't you just outside? Mom? That's horrifying. That is horrifying. What's the matter, Mary? I thought you liked ghosts. There's a funeral today. I'm happy. Is that bad? I'd been planning for it. I overheard them talking about it in the cemetery when planning a spot for her. Is that bad? I really enjoy funerals. I always have. Even when I like to see everyone gather around for their lost loved ones. They're all so sad. They bring flowers and sometimes even little parting gifts. That's so nice, don't you think? If their spirits could talk, I bet they say they'd appreciate it. Would a ghost attend their own funeral? I would. Well, in any case, I'm excited for the one today. And I'm excited to see what they're like. Hopping off the bus that morning, I was glad to see I wasn't too late. It's a good thing I always wear black. No one even seemed to turn their head to me as I came near. It started to rain. They never said anything about rain today, but I thought it might when I saw the clouds out this morning, so I came prepared and brought my umbrella. It was then I noticed a little old lady with no umbrella, and no one was even bothering to help keep her dry, so I covered her with my umbrella. It seemed like such a shift. Oh my gosh. I couldn't tell who was talking at that point. If it was Mary, she's got some pretty dark thoughts. Oh, it's an umbrella. You scared me for a second. Thank you, dear. Of course. Maybe Mary's the killer. Pardon me if this sounds rude, but were you one of her friends? No, at least I don't think so. Who died? Yes, I apologize for being late. I'm so confused. What's going on? Oh, well, it was my darling Minspella. She passed just last week. My condolences. Forgive me if this sounds rude, but what was your relationship to her? Me? Ah, yes. I'm Spella's mom. Ugh. I never met you before, have I? That's okay, lots of people haven't. I'm very sorry for your loss. How are you feeling? Feeling? It's impossible for me to feel anything but heartbroken. I truly don't believe I'll ever recover from this. No, don't say that. She wouldn't want you to think like that, right? Yes, I suppose you're right. If I may, how did she die? She was young, wasn't she? That's a bit of an inappropriate question to ask. Oh yes, much too young for this. Right as things were going her way, she was going to get married in a few months. None of us thought her condition was this bad. It's been cancelled, of course, but at least she's wearing the dress now. I'm sure she looks beautiful. Oh, she was always so beautiful. My darling angel was always too beautiful. She never even got to. Oh, look at me. I'm going to start crying all over again. I promised her I wouldn't. Oh, sounds like she might have had some kind of disease or sickness she was having. I'm sorry. You think she's scared? Hmm? She's all alone now. Where's she going to? And who will tell her how to get there? The way she is right now. Is she happy? Even if she's not. She's not alone. I'm sure she's happy. How can you say she's alone when everyone is here beside her? I know she can't really say much about it, but I'm sure she's happy to have all her friends and family by her side. All the people here. She meant a lot to them, didn't she? That's why they're all here to keep her company. I know lots of people like to think you're alone when you die, but I think it's hard to consider all this being alone, you know? She's not alone when we're all here. Yes, I suppose that's true. We're all together here, aren't we? Then, I suppose I'm glad she isn't alone. Yes, me too. I'm sorry if I've upset you by talking about her so much, miss. It is a funeral after all. I should behave more respectfully. No, it's quite all right. Talking about it has actually helped a little bit. I feel a bit better hearing your thoughts. Is that so? I'm glad then. Yes, thank you. Why, I'm so sorry. I didn't even catch your name. It's alright. My name's Mary. Mary. Ah, hold on a moment. Do you mean to say you're Cemetery Mary? I see my reputation precedes me. Yes, that's me. I see. Thank you, Mary. If Spella were here, I'm sure she'd want to thank you too. She is here, but hearing it from you means enough already. Thank you as well. Am I never gonna get her name? It was a lovely funeral. The coffin was lowered, and soon enough the rain stopped. I watched everyone say their goodbyes to her and to each other, and then steadily they left. Soon it was just me and the lady. I'd have felt bad if I overstayed my welcome. I didn't want to outlast her at her own daughter's funeral, so I quietly said my goodbyes and left. But to my surprise, someone was there waiting for me on the sidewalk. Oh, Crovin? Hey, Mars. You good? Yeah, I'm good. What are you doing out here? I don't know, I remember you talking about some sort of funeral happening today. Figured I'd stop by and ask if you wanted to hang after. But I guess now is after, so you want to hang now? Oh, alright. What's that look for? Oh, nothing, it's nothing. It's just, well, I don't know. You've kind of been in a bad mood lately. It's kind of sudden that you want to hang out right now. Is there a reason for that? Nah, nothing special. It's not like I have other plans today or anything. No one's been responding to my texts, so... Oh, I see. That was the last resort, huh? Are you good? Yeah, I'm good. So we hanging or nah? Oh, yeah. Just, you're not, gonna get snappy with me, are you? Heh, no promises. Crovin. I'm kidding. I won't. Come on, let's go. I'm still like mind boggled between the jump of the nightmare she had and then the funeral. My brain cannot. Whatever, I'll let it go. I follow Crovin down the sidewalk. Oh, suddenly he wants to spend time with me again. Even though other times it's like he can't wait to get as far away from me as possible. Still though, I would appreciate the time he wanted to spend with me when he did. We kept walking together. I kind of just let him lead and followed him wherever it was he was going. I didn't even think to ask until we had been walking a block or two already. Oh, hey, where are we going actually? Or are we just wandering? Oh no. I figured we could go to the arcade together. Ever since I was there the other day, I've been itching to go back. It's not like I can play the fighting games alone. I mean, I can, but it's not as fun. The arcade. I felt so excited. I couldn't remember the last time I went to the arcade. Or any arcade for that matter. I wondered if it still looked the same as it does in my head. I wondered if it still had the same crane machine. Well, those questions would be answered shortly enough. Oh, she's so excited. The automatic doors in the front of the familiar brick building began opening up. The bright light from the outside leaked into the dark interior of the building. The arcade! Oh, it was just how I remembered it. Except cleaner, and with new carpet. And I was taller now. Oh goodness, I haven't been to the arcade in so long. Really? My friends and I are here all the time. Honestly, it's kind of a wonder we haven't been kicked out by now. Don't tell anyone, but I cheated at skee ball last time I was here. Maybe we can do that today, and rack in some tickets. Then we can finally get that lava lamp from the prize booth. But only if they still have it in the blue color. Blue is my favorite color. This is so exciting. What should we play first? I don't know, why don't we look around and see? Robin and I sought out a game to play. We tried to look for ones we could play together since we were both here. It was a bit of a challenge finding one that was free though. I guess everyone else had the same idea we did to come here today. Say, last time you were here, that's when we met that person, right? Bacillus, I think? Yeah, what about him? Well, how are they? You haven't talked about them since Planet Dollars. I noticed Crovin's face go a little red. Oh, are you still seeing them? None of your business, Crovin said as he avoided eye contact with me. Although it was a bit snappy, I could tell he didn't mean it maliciously. Eventually, a fighting game opened up, just like he was hoping for, so we made our way over and began playing. I'm not all that good at fighting games, or video games in general, but I have a lot of fun playing them regardless. As we selected our characters, Crovin said he wouldn't go easy on me, so I had to make sure I gave it my all. Alright, here we go. You ready? I think so. Maybe? Well, you better be. What should I do? I get to pick, huh? Um, punch, punch, kick, punch, block, punch, kick, punch, kick, block, kick. We'll go with the second option. Not bad. But I'm better. Block, kick. Block, kick, jump, kick, punch. We'll go with this one. Are you sure you haven't been in here a while? Yeah? I don't know. I feel like you're lying to make me let my guard down. Kick, punch, block, block, charge. Charge, punch, kick, kick, block. Whoa, I actually won this time? Not bad. Now you sure you don't come in here on your own sometimes? Never, I swear. I'm just messing with you, Mars. Nice job. Sweet. I don't know if any of those, like, gave you the same outcome, but let me get my hopes up and think I won from the choices I made. Croven and I played a few more games after that. Some more fighting ones, 1 or 2 racing ones, all kinds of games you can play with 2 players. Those kinds of games don't really give out tickets though, so it looked like we weren't going to be getting that lava lamp today. Playing all these games was really fun, but I could see how it was starting to tire Croven out. We were about to leave when I spotted it. Oh, I tugged on Croven's sleeve, to which he turned and looked at it. Oh, she's so excited, he groaned. Really? The crane machine? You know they're just scams for your money, right? The toys in there are so cheap anyways, and don't you have enough? But I don't have that color. Alright, fine, I'll try it. Just keep in mind that I'm rusty, okay? Croven and I walked up to the crane machine. He reached into his pocket for his wallet and I pressed my face to the glass in excitement. If there's one problem I definitely have, aside from all the others, is that I love plushies too much. I always collect them, even though they usually just sit all pretty in my room. There's just something about how soft and comforting they are. Back when we were kids, Croven and I would come to this arcade whenever he was in town. I always tried to win things on my own from this machine, but I could never do it. Dad would always try too, but he was like me and could never quite get it right. But Croven seemed to have a gift when it came to this stuff. It wasn't all the time, but more often than not, he was able to win things. And he always gave them to me. Most of the time, anyway. Alright, here we go. I heard him say as the claw lowered to the pits of toys and stuffed animals. I couldn't quite see what it was grasping, but it got something. When it raised itself up, it was a box. One of the mystery boxes holding a mystery prize inside. I never seen Croven win one of those before. I don't think I've ever seen anyone win one of these before. The box slid down the prize chute and I took it out. I dug it into the tightly sealed tape with my fingers and grabbed the flaps of the cardboard as I took out the prize. It was a book. Despite having just come out of the machine, the book itself seemed a little worn and old. The cover read, "How'd you talk to Ghost?" See, Mary, I told you all these machines are scams. Who wants to win a book? What do you mean? It's perfect, I love it. Thank you for letting me have it. Huh? Shh, it's nothing. I mean, as long as you're happy with it, I guess it's fine. Oh, she had stars in her eyes. Croven and I left the arcade after that. But I had quite the pep in my step, I'm sure, as I was so happy with my new prize, and to be spending time with him again. It was actually a bit late in the day by the time we got out, so we grabbed something quick to bring back home for dinner. It was nice to be riding the bus back with Croven this time. It made the ride and walk back to the cabin feel much less lonely, and much less scary. After retiring brain spasmed. After retiring to our rooms that night, I put the book on a bedside table to remember to read it later. I got all ready for bed and then pulled my phone out, knowing I wouldn't be able to rest until this was taken care of. Hey, are you still there? Hello? I'm here. What can I help you with? I mean, I think you already know the answer to that. Right. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you in that regard. Are they still alright, at least? Can you tell me who you are now, then? He's not going to. Or they. They are. Yet, I never hear from them. Why is that? It's safer that way. I promise you. Why'd you even message me in the first place? I thought it would help you feel better. But if you truly want me to stop, I can do that. No, don't. Then I won't stop replying to you. But for now, I'll have to. Good night, Mary. I woke up the next morning pretty early. Earlier than usual. But I didn't feel tired. In fact, I actually felt pretty good. So yesterday was just a bit better of a day than usual, and I'm glad it happened. I tried to be quiet as I walked past Croven's door that morning. I saw that he left it open a crack, so I peeked inside. He was sleeping still, drooling on his pillow and his arm hanging over the side. He looked absolutely silly, but it was nice to see him getting some rest for once instead of racing to get out the store before dawn. Seeing as he was still home, I thought it might be nice if I made breakfast for the two of us. I went downstairs and into the kitchen and started prepping some stuff with what we had. A while later, I heard Croven coming down the stairs from the thumps of his steps, but he still alerted me by asking, "Hey, are you cooking something down there?" "Come into the kitchen. I just finished making pancakes." "What kind?" "What other kind? Chocolate chip, duh." "Ah, you're right. It was foolish of me to ask." Croven took his usual chair in the kitchen as I set out the plates for us. "Do you want milk or water?" "Milk, of course. You drink?" "Well, I guess. Some people would drink water with pancakes." "What kind of stupid hassle do you take me for?" Croven seemed preoccupied with his phone, but I was in too nice a mood to care about that. I gave us both milk glasses and put some chocolate syrup on the table just in case. 'Cause, you can never have too much. "Croven, are you doing anything today?" "Why?" "I just had a lot of fun yesterday. I don't know. I thought maybe we could do something again today. If you wanted to." "Oh, you want to?" "I hadn't really been planning on it." "Oh, I mean, it's okay if you're busy and all." "Well, I mean, there's some things I have to take care of first." "But will you be free later tonight?" "Huh? I mean, yeah, I guess. I don't really hang out with anyone besides you anyway." "Alright, cuz the gang and I were thinking of heading to this club tonight." "The gang?" "You know, me and my buds." "Oh, I've heard you talk about them, but I've never met them before." "See? Perfect then. You can come to the club with us. Meet them, we can let loose over a few drinks, it's all good." I don't drink, but I didn't terribly mind going to the club with Croven. I'd never really been to a club before, and even though I'm sure I'm not really that kind of crowd, you know what? We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. I was always curious to see what one was like, so I looked forward to it. I tried to keep myself busy throughout the day. I cleaned the cabin a bit, as it had been getting a bit out of shape, and tried to start a grocery list since I was sure we'd have to go on a run soon. Despite how I thought I might feel, I was excited actually. I'd never met these friends of Croven, but I know that he's known them for a while. At least since he's been living closer to Blackwood, but maybe even earlier. There's been some times where Croven would rush out of the house during dinner just to go meet them. At least I always assumed it was them. He's always been hanging out with them as far as I know, despite how much time he spends with them. I've never met them, or have seen what they look like before. I was, oh wait, what? I always hear good things about them from him though. So at the very least, I trust that they're nice people. I hope they're like me, or they like me. I keep up with Croven throughout the day. I have to ride the bus into town without him this time, but that was okay. The hard part was following his directions. The club seemed like an awful lot of work to get to, but I was eventually able to find it after I realized it was sunken into the sidewalk. Interesting. There was a staircase leading down to the entryway. As I heard Croven yell, "Ah, there she is!" As I cascaded down them, and I finally met the people I'd heard so much about. "Oh, here she is. Gal of the hour." "Hello. It's nice to meet you. I've heard such great things about you. Just say hi." Hi. Was all I could mutter out. They appeared more rough than I was expecting. I mean, I knew that was the kind of look and crowd Croven liked to hang out around, but maybe I wasn't ready to meet them as I thought. Alright, check them out. "Fellas, this is Mary. Mary, these are the fellows. My dude over there is Theodore. The other gal over there is Sapara. Yo." "Aw, she's kinda cute, Croven. In a scary kind of way." Yeah, creepy cute, as they say. I like her eyes. They're just screaming like, hey, looky, I've got a demon inside me. I like her horns too, really sells the look. Horns? I thought that was her hair. Croven's friends. I wasn't sure how to feel about their compliments, or how they were looking at me. Felt as if they were eyeing me down, and they stood mostly on Croven's other side. I wish they'd stop looking at me like that. I wasn't really sure what to say. Alright, what are we waiting for then? Let's get in there. I peered around Croven and his pals. There was a bouncer in the front door. He seemed like a giant compared to us. I could also see he was kind of glaring at us. I whispered over to Croven. Is that guy over there gonna let us in? Huh? Oh no, definitely not. It's cool though. I'm gonna be a distraction. Then you guys will run in and I'll find my own way in. Huh? We've done this plenty of times before, so don't worry about it. Maybe that's why he's glaring so hard. He knows them. I promise it's gonna be okay. If you say so. Really? I mean, you seem to know your way around this better than I do. That a girl. It's easy, you don't even have to do anything. Except go with the flow. What is he gonna do? Exactly. I watched as Croven walked right up to the bouncer, and promptly kicked his— oh dear. Croven then zipped past us, the bouncer charging down his path, missing the rest of us by a hair. Before I could even call out to him, I felt a tug on my arm as Theodore and Zapara pulled me to the door. Come on, dumbass. That's our opening. And I was brought inside without any more protest. I forgot how loud clubs are supposed to be. I mean, I'd never been in one before. I like the rainbow though. And I expected them to be loud, of course, but I didn't like the way the music felt as it pumped through my ears. Made my bones shake. It's pretty dark, but there were also plenty of colors. Oh, wait, what? But there were also plenty of colorful strobing lights about. That makes more sense. My brain's just being glitchy today. There was a dance floor and a DJ booth and a bar off to the side with plenty of people up and dancing about. We'd only been in there for a few minutes, but I could already feel how humid the atmosphere was. Oh, gross. And there was no doubt that it would only start feeling more apparent as the night went on. I looked around us. Croven wasn't anywhere, and I was stuck here with his friends. They were talking to each other, but I couldn't hear any of what they were saying over the booming music. They seemed to hear each other just fine, though. Eventually, they started walking somewhere. I trailed close behind them, not wanting to lose them in the crowd of people. They sat down at a table, and I awkwardly squeezed in next to them. To my surprise, Theodore took out a cigarette and a lighter. I wasn't sure if he was allowed to smoke in here, but I felt too intimidated to question it, especially to someone I didn't know. I was also starting to worry about Croven. He still wasn't here yet. I considered taking out my phone and calling him just to be safe, but before I knew it, he was heading to our table. Oh, he even had a drink in hand. I was astonished as he sat down next to us as if nothing happened. Jeez, can you believe these assholes? Oh, I can believe it. Especially when it comes to you. Hey, shut up. I don't understand why it's always gotta be like this. I'm giving them money after all. Shouldn't that be enough for them? How'd you get back here anyways? Nah, don't worry about it, Mars. I killed him. Just kidding. Probably did not kill the bouncer. I got it all under control. He says that. I say it because it's true, you fucking dick. Oh. So, what were we talking about over here? Nothing. We were just waiting for you to show up. Aw, waiting on little old me? That's so sweet. So sweet I can puke. Oh, again? Shut the Oh, dear. Croven and his friends laughed amongst each other. Anyone could see how close they were with just a quick glance at them right now. They seemed to make him happy. Happier than I'd seen him in a while. I liked seeing Croven interacting with them and seeing how well they got along. But that just made me feel even more of an outsider sitting amongst them all. So, Mary was it? Theodore took a long drag of his cigarette and then blew it right in my face. That's rude. Very disrespectful. Don't do that. I tried to keep a polite demeanor as he did so. I would not be so nice. What do you do? Huh? I'm sorry, I don't understand. It's an easy question, ain't it? What do you do? What do I do? What's your job, sweetheart? Oh, I'm currently not working, but I used to be a waitress. I haven't decided what I want to do yet. Currently not working. It's just been a bit of a difficult time right now. Luckily, I've been able to stay with Corbin while I try to sort things out. He's been very generous, letting me stay. Oh, Corbin's letting you have it easy, huh? You mooch off him then. You're playing things smart if you are. What's he bought for you? Huh? Huh? If it's a jacuzzi, can I try it? Hey, knock it off. Oh no, it's not like that. Unless it is. Does Corbin think I'm mooching off him? Huh. You would say that, huh? I'm not following. Don't worry about it. Zap's just a fucking idiot. Yeah, says you. Point proven. Anyways, so Mary, where'd you get those eyes, huh? Oh, my parents gave them to me? Oh, geez, must have been a disappointing present. If my mama gave me eyes like a dead fish, I'd have been bawling. You were super rude. I hope they kept the receipt. She's just jostling you. Don't take it too seriously. Yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. I think Mary's is too nice a name for her, though. Nice? Nice, like soft. It's too soft. Like a pansy. If she's gonna be hanging with us, she needs a cool name. Should we call her Mars, too, then? Buzz off, only I'm allowed to call her that. Oh, I know. We can call her Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Wait, hold on now. It's pretty fitting, I think. You think I'm scary? Oh, definitely. Like, I'm scared when I go to sleep tonight. You'll be standing at the foot of my mattress. And you'll say something like, only a week remains. I mean, I guess I can kind of see that. You can. She ever do that to you, Crovin? Nah, I'm just joking. Mary's too soft. She's like a marshmallow. Well, you know what we do with marshmallows, right? I felt weird. Everything just felt like too much. Like there wasn't enough room for everything that was happening. The lights, the music, the people, Crovin's friends. It was all a bit too much for me. I need to... Excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Oh, that's it. She's like Bloody Mary, sneaking into the bathroom to take her next victim through the mirror. Easy on him, won't ya? The lights in the bathroom ain't that good and you'll scare the shit out of someone looking like that. Wow. And he just lets them talk like this which is wonderful. I got up from the table and squared my way through the crowd looking for the ladies' room. I began to regret coming here, even if it weren't for the way his friends were talking. I wasn't a fan of this atmosphere. It was all so loud, so bright. I never liked this kind of stuff. Why did I come again? I went into the bathroom and only there did I realize how sweaty I was. I felt gross. I went over to one of the sinks and rinsed my hands and face with some cold water. Please don't steal. Crovin never told me that his friends were like that. When he used to describe them to me, they always seemed so much nicer through his words. Although, should I have expected any different? I always knew these were the kind of people Crovin liked to hang out with. I don't know why. Crovin's such a nice person. Even if he hasn't been the nicest lately. Still, Crovin being moody. He doesn't mean it. It'll pass. I don't know if it'll pass. Unfortunately, that's about all the time I have for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!